For many years now on YouTube, people have made wild claims about me. They think they have me all figured out. They think they can see right through me. I got to a point where I wasn't going to allow other people's narratives to be the one that drives the conversation. It's time I sit down with all of you and I tell you, in my own words, the truth. It's time I come clean. It's time I just admit it.
We stopped at a light and saw him walking in that field behind the Lost River Drive-In. Julie said he was so creepy.
You might be asking, why did I just give you over a minute of no sound? Just showing you a handful of movies I grabbed off my shelf. What was up with the super melodramatic opening that I created, which, by the way, I thought I did a really good job on. I was like, I'm going to set the camera up in my backyard. I'm going to walk around. This is going to be great. Even did the whole, like, I'm sitting down for an interview thing. It was awesome. What is all this about? You know, somebody put in the live chat this morning, they were like, oh, you're getting clickbaity, just like your buddy CHH, which I deleted from the chat. I'm not getting clickbaity because I'm going to address it, you know, the title of this stream right now. And that's what I showed all of you guys there. Some of you guys have already heard this. Some of you that are newer to my channel, since there's a lot of you guys that are newer, this is going to be different. This is going to be weird. I like shitty movies. I guess that's just, I guess that's just the cross I bear. I guess that is what everybody wants to hear, right? And what was the impetus for this title and this theme of the stream? Well, over the last couple weeks, you know, with more traction on my channel, I've gotten a lot of comments on specifically videos that went, you know, semi-viral here on YouTube. And, you know, a bunch of people were like, you either have terrible taste in movies or you're just trying to be different. And let me just say, I've never understood why anybody would think I was trying to be a contrarian. Because what do you gain from that? You know what I mean? You're either best case scenario, you're just getting like shit on by a bunch of people. Worst case scenario, you know, you're lying to yourself, you're getting shit on by a bunch of people, and you're not growing your brand at all because everybody thinks you're disingenuous. So I never really understood that take that I've gotten from people, and that's okay. But you know, the alternative is that maybe I just like bad movies, and you know, I'm okay with that. You know, that is the impetus for, and obviously you guys know how my streams go. We're going to talk about a bunch. I'm going to be all in the live chat. We're going to have a good time tonight. Okay. But I had to address this right from the jump. Because every movie I just showed you guys is not a critical darling. And it is not a common answer you'll find from most people when they're talking about their favorites and franchises. Not a single one I just showed you is a movie where someone's going to go, oh my God, all-time classic. Maybe in our minds, but you know what I mean? So Yeah, you caught me. You caught me. You guys caught me. I have bad taste. And if you're new to my channel, I did a video on this like 2 years ago. I think it was titled, Do I Have Bad Taste in Movies? And the video actually did pretty well because I think a lot of people were like, hell yeah, he's finally admitting that his taste sucks. But yeah. So I really hope that you guys appreciated that intro. I hope you appreciated the suspense. That's really all that was. I am very, very happy to like the movies that I like. I'm very, very happy to defend them. The one thing that you'll never be able to say about me, whether you're an older viewer or a newer viewer of my channel, you'll never be able to say that I cannot articulate why I like something. I can give you a laundry list of reasons. It actually might annoy you because you might not agree with the reasons, but I can give you reasons, and I can give you reasons. So, yeah, awesome. Well, how's everybody doing on this fine Thursday? Dean came in with $9.99. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a killer night as well. I appreciate the super chat. It's nice to see you in here, Dean. Don't get up to any trouble tonight, Dean. Danny K with $5. Have you played Friday the 13th, the game, and will you play the new Halloween game? So thank you for the super chat. I have not ever played Friday the 13th, and I have heard only good things about it. Pretty sure they just shut the servers down, right? Like, didn't that just happen last year or something like that? Which is to be expected, but honestly still kind of crazy. But yes, I am. I've already pre-ordered Halloween, by the way. So I will be playing Halloween, and I'm going to do some of the gameplay on my channel. I know I have not ventured a lot into video game stuff on my channel, but I will play Halloween on my channel a little bit and involve all of you guys. And thank you for the super chat. Dan, what's up, my brother? $4.99 Black Christmas 2019 poster reveal. Yeah, guys. So remember when I said somebody sent me the Black Christmas 2019 poster? It was this SOB. That guy right there. Dan. Yeah, dude. Screw you, Dan. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Nice to see you. Thank you, Church of Horror, $1.99. You like what you like. You do you. Hey, always going to. Always going to. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you in here. I know you found me recently, and you've been very engaged in the comment sections, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Mike, thank you for $4.99 just for being the coolest. Hey, nobody would say I'm the coolest aside from, some of you guys. But I appreciate that. Hey, we like what we like, right? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my little den that makes absolutely no sense. But damn it, I love it. And I have a great time. And for some reason, it seems like a lot of you guys have a great time too. So thank you, Mike, for the super chat. I appreciate you. No, I do. And so funny enough, Greg, and to everybody, tomorrow's video, by the way, just want to say, I switched it up a little bit today. I felt compelled to do a video that wasn't a list because, yeah, dude, I love lists are really, really fun for me. Like, I don't know if people, oh my goodness, it's T Manly. Hell yeah, T Manly with his $20 poop. Let's go. Hell yeah, brother. I'm telling you, you are so consistent. So consistent. Thank you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good week. I hope the weather's nice wherever you are. If it's not, well, then I hope you're inside and you're enjoying yourself, watching some movies. I got some announcements for you guys. So don't tune out just yet. We got 129 people in here. Make sure you guys throw a like on this here stream to help you boy out. But I do have some things I want to address with all of you guys. I want to talk about The Changeling because I finally watched that. I want to tell you about what I'm watching tonight for the first time as soon as this stream is over. I want to update you on tomorrow's video. I want to update you on the stream next week. So lots to get through here. It's going to be fun. So, strap in. It's Thursday night. We don't have anything better to do. We're all nerds. Okay. So thank you, T Manly. I appreciate that. Breathing in Fumes gives $2. Says thoughts on the entity. I could lie to you, but I haven't seen it. So I don't know if you guys have noticed. I watched The Changeling the other day. I'm watching another movie tonight that has been recommended to me. I'm finally getting around to being like, I need to watch some of these movies that so many people keep telling me to watch. And so at Stir of Echoes, so haven't seen it, but if you guys recommend it, I'll watch it. I am not anti trying new things at all, really. Let's be honest, but movies especially. Richard, thank you for the $4.99. Even though you like Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, what you like is what you like. I love the boogans, and I'm not afraid to say so. Hey, I've never even heard of that, but damn it, hell yeah. I love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. And you be you. You be you. Oh, and I did see Scary Movie, guys. I did see Scary Movie. Thank you for the super chat, Richard. Stay you. So here's the thing. Tonight, for the first time ever, I am watching Bride of Reanimator. I have never seen Bride of Reanimator. I rewatched Reanimator the other night. Was it 2 nights ago? For the first time in a long time, and I had a really good time with it. I totally forgot. Barbara Crampton was in it, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then, a lot of Barbara Crampton's in it. I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool." Totally I hadn't seen that movie in at least a decade. So I'm watching Bride of Reanimator tonight. I also see that Kathleen Kenmont is in that. I love Kathleen Kenmont, so very, very excited to dig into that one. I did go see Scary Movie on, was that Sunday? Yeah, guys, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I got to be honest with you. And this is somebody that loves the first 2, and I even like 3. Like 3 is okay. I laugh enough with Scary Movie 3. She does. Let's go, Dutch Master. I was going to ask that, but I didn't want to ask it like live. But hell yeah, dude. Let's go. I can't wait to watch Bride of Reanimator tonight. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, so I wasn't a big fan. I really wasn't. I thought that the OG cast was still relatively good. Brenda was still hilarious, and I thought Cindy was still funny too. Shorty, it seemed like he was trying really, really hard, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel like Shorty anymore. And Ray, there was hardly any Ray. I don't know what was up with that, but he was good. Doofy was good, but the new cast, I hated them, bro. I could not stand them. It was so cringe. Some of the references, they were trying really, really, really hard. I gave it 2 out of 5, and that was largely just for the OG cast and a couple moments. There was a couple moments where I giggled, but there were multiple scenes where I was just like, this just isn't funny, man. Like this. It just really seemed like they were trying super hard, and they don't need to. That was the magic of Scary Movie and Scary Movie 2. They didn't need to try that hard. But I didn't hate it. It's better than 5 and probably better than 4. But yeah, give me the first 2 and 3 over that one any day. Thank you for the super chat, Ethan. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I don't even want to mess up your name, because I know I will, but thank you for the $1.99. And yes, Halloween 6 is love. Halloween 6 is life. And it was on my top 10 movies of the 90s video. And I'm surprised nobody gave me shit for that. Literally nobody. The K-pop scene was honestly terrible, Bad Freeze. It was literally terrible. It didn't fit into the movie at all. I was like, what is this shit? That was not funny at all. There was just so many moments like that. That was just they tried so damn hard. Yeah, they're definitely going to come out with another one because it's going to make over $200 million. So they'll make another one. My hope is that I did like the ending though, where they basically said F this new school shit. We're staying old school. That was cool. Hopefully they stick with that in the next one, because I did not like this new cast at all. Robin, thank you for the $10. I love these streams and Wham streams because of the sense of community. We tend to be nerds and castaways, which I relate to. Horror fans are seen as lesser. Good to be in great company. You know what? If we're lesser, then I don't even want to know what's more. You know what I mean? No thanks. I'll stick to my group of rejects and geeks. I like all y'all. We're all nerds. We're weird. We're goofy. I dig it. I dig it. So thank you, Robin. I appreciate you, brother. It's always nice to see you in here. And I'm glad, if nothing else, I hope that a lot of you guys stay in these streams, even if it's not just for what I'm saying on here, because sometimes I can drone on. Believe me, I know. If anybody ever says anything like that, trust me. I know I can drone on. So if nothing else, I hope sometimes you guys stay just because of everybody else here, the community and the chats you guys can have amongst each other as well. So But I know, but everybody's talking about Scary Movie 6 now. Yeah, dude, it's what's with my hat. Look, I've said this a couple times before, guys. I don't care about college sports like at all. I don't watch college sports, but we go to Tennessee like twice a year as a family. It's basically like our second home. It's where my sister and her husband lived for years. It's like 3.5 hours away from me. We're there every single year. So it's like, I want to get a Vols hat because like if I was going to move somewhere, I was going to move to Tennessee and like somewhere close. I mean, if I wasn't going to do like a crazy move, and it's like a second home basically. So my brother just got me this for Christmas. He was like, I heard you talking when we were in Tennessee and over the summer how you wanted to get a Vols hat. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So if you guys hate the Vols, don't worry. I don't care. I love orange, and I love the state of Tennessee for the most part. So, Ryan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you going to check out Leviticus? I can. Should I? Do I need to? What do you guys think, chat? Is Ryan onto something here? What is Leviticus? Is this good? Is this good? Or let me know. Yeah, I saw that too about Curry Barker talking about an idea for an obsession too. I don't need it, man. And you guys know me. I'm like very pro sequel and reboot. Like I'm always open to see what somebody else can do with a property, existing IP. But this is one of the few movies where I was like done with it and I was like, I'm good. I don't want to see a continuation of that. That's a pretty open and shut story. Like we're good. Let Curry Barker do other things. Yeah, I did, Anthony. I'm very much looking forward to Hellraiser. I might actually be more excited for Hellraiser than I am for Halloween, which is crazy. I know, right? Halloween Resurrection is greater than 6. Buddy, we're not doing this tonight. You guys are gonna put me. You guys are gonna drive me over a bridge here mentally. And then next Wednesday, by the way, guys, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw my post. My mother will be sitting here with me, next to me, and we will be live streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern next week. And let me tell you guys something. She is like so excited about it. I'm not even kidding you. Like she was like, I need to know what time. I want to do my hair and everything, and I don't want to look like old and blah blah blah. I was like, Mom, relax, dude. And yeah, so she's very, very excited for it. She's very excited to like talk to all of you guys. And it seems like my mom she's kind of at this point now with my channel where I think she's like actually starting to be like, oh wow, you've made some kind of mark, it seems like. And so I think she like, I don't know. I don't know, but she's excited to talk to you guys. I need to talk to her though and be like, Mom, you got to watch what you say when we're streaming because she's a Gen Xer. So sometimes she just, she doesn't mean anything by it, but sometimes she just says dumb stuff. It's my mom. She doesn't really have a filter. So, but it'll be all right. You guys will like her. Savoy, thank you for the $4.99. Just finished watching Canada kicking ass in soccer and just saw you were live streaming. Good day so far. Well, hey, welcome in, Savoy. I appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat. And I don't know a thing about soccer or football. I don't want to offend anybody. But I know that the World Cup is all the rage right now. So I hope it's been enjoyable for all you guys. My mom does not have, and thank you for the super chat. My mom does not have physical media, Stefan. Absolutely not. My mom, I'm not dogging on you. I'm not dogging on Gen X. I'm just saying, you know how it is. Like you guys grew up in a different era where nowadays everything is scrutinized, like under a freaking, microscope, everything you do or say. So like my mom, being a Gen Xer, like she doesn't buy into all that shit. She just says what she wants to say. And so, but she's pretty good. she's pretty good at like my mom is respectful. My mom is a sweet person. She really is. I mean, she raised me, and I like to think I'm a pretty empathetic person, um, pretty open minded and whatnot. And I would imagine that I got that from her. Um, but yeah, I mean, I say dumb stuff too, Jason. It's all good. I say dumb stuff literally all the time. Um, MJV, thank you for the $5. Hell yeah, cool to catch you during a live. Hey, what's one movie you can think of, non-horror, that you like, that you know is just trash? Oh, buddy. Oh, thanks, Killing. Thanks, Killing. Yeah, thanks, Killing. Awful movie. Awful movie. But damn, I have a good time. I have such a good time. But yeah, I would say thanks, Killing. What about you, MJV? What's one that you're like, man, this movie sucks, but I can't help but love it? And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. No, my mom doesn't have physical media because like when I moved out when I was 19, I took like all of the movies, you know, pretty much all the movies because like she didn't watch them. But like we did have movies and stuff growing up, but nights, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. That's a hard one. Mark, what do you think? Was it Luke? No, I mean, I think it was Anakin, bro. I think it was Anakin. Because, like, he took care of the Emperor. So I think it was Anakin. I can see the argument either way, though. So again, don't let me be the arbiter of fact here when it comes to that. But I think it was Anakin. Do I have an action film, and why is it not Heat or True Love? A favorite action film? Yeah, dude. My favorite action movie ever. Oh God. It's a tie. And I hate to give you the political answer. It's a tie between Casino Royale or Skyfall. Or Mission Impossible Fallout. So, yes. I am a big connoisseur of action movies. I don't talk about them on my channel because I'm more of like a horror guy predominantly, but dude, love action movies. Have a ton of action movies from all different eras. Okay. Christian loves to talk about Sly and Van Damme and Arnie and stuff and all these people he grew up on. I grew up on them too. I got a lot of those movies too. Yeah. So, but yeah, I would say those are probably my favorites. Let's see. My favorite Die Hard is actually, oh man. It's probably two. Nova, thank you for the $5. If you haven't already, please watch The Innocents. It's truly disturbing. I haven't. And if I'm not mistaken, when we did a live stream a month or so ago, and it was like, what was it, the top 100 Variety or Bravo something's list of 100 horror movies, I believe that was on there. And there was multiple people in the chat that were like, oh man, like you gotta check it out. It's so good. So I will take your word for it. No, it does not stink. Die Hard 2 does not stink. Oh my God. Rambo. Yeah, love Rambo. My other favorite James Bond movies, GoldenEye. GoldenEye. Can I say Octopussy? I'm gonna. Yeah. I love that one. Such an odd name. Die Another Day, but that's just because like I have such fond memories of that as a kid. Like I'm not saying Die Another Day is great. No Time to Die. I love No Time to Die. Quantum of Solace is what it is. Like I don't think there's a bad Craig Bond movie. I really don't. Quantum and Spectre being obviously I'd say the weakest, but they're still infinitely watchable movies. But probably GoldenEye after Casino Royale and Skyfall. And then it's probably No Time to Die and Die Another Day are like right there. Maybe Octopussy. Ryan with $5. Thank you. Your mom sounds like my mom. God rest her soul. Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry for your loss, man. Always needing to be presentable. Yes, yeah, that's my mom. Which is funny because like obviously, growing up with your parents and seeing them every day, they don't care most of the time. Like, they're just walking around the house and whatever. But as soon as I don't know. Yeah, she's very much like that. We go out anywhere and it's like, it's going to take me about an hour. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Can't wait. But thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Again, I'm holding all of you guys to it. You better be here next Wednesday. All of you wanted my mom to be here. So y'all better be here. Robin, thank you. $2. I second the innocence. You got to see that. Okay, that's 2 people. That's 2 people now that are saying you got to see it. So I got to see it. I didn't find time to see Michael yet. But happy to see that it's going to do $1 billion, which is crazy. It's going to be the biggest biopic ever, which I'm going to be honest with you guys. If it didn't get such like lukewarm reviews, it probably could have done like $1.5 billion. Like the reviews on that. And I get it. I understand. Like people are like, hey, we got to cover all of his life, not just but there's the idea was, according to Lionsgate and the filmmakers, we're going to do another one. We're going to do a sequel, and they've since announced a sequel. So hopefully they cover that part of his life too, and have it be fact-based and everything like that. It's never like huge into Michael Jackson. Obviously, I know a shitload of his songs. Like my mom, huge fan, probably one of her favorite artists ever. My oldest brother, Matt, huge fan, one of his favorite artists ever. But I do want to see it. I mean, I freaking loved Bohemian Rhapsody. I loved it. And like a lot of people were saying that I guess it's controversial to like Bohemian Rhapsody. I've seen a lot of people on social media like talk shit about Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh my God, it's edited so poorly and it's this. And I'm like, what are you talking? Dude, I loved it. But again, big Queen fan. Freddie Mercury is on my Mount Rushmore of vocalists. So like, it's one of those things where I was the target audience. Diane, it's nice to see you. How you doing? Thank you for the $4.99. Says, I'm not sure how you feel about silent horror, but there are some great films like is that Haxan, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and the original Nosferatu. I have seen the original Nosferatu. I am familiar with The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, but I have not seen it. And the first one, I haven't seen at all. Here's my thing. I'm not anti-silent. I'm not anti. I saw somebody mention black and white films in the chat as well. I'm not anti any of that stuff. Is it the aesthetic or approach that I gravitate towards? No, not necessarily. But I mean, we all have like what we prefer. But there's some really, really good ones. I love some of the older Frankenstein movies. The original, I love Bride of Frankenstein. I love Son of Frankenstein. Like, just because something is silent or black and white does not automatically mean that I'm not going to like it. So if you guys have a suggestion that you're like, oh, I really think he would dig this, throw it my way. I am open for business. I don't say that in a weird way. Sean Movie Review, thanks, buddy, for the $2.49. Says dream choice to play Michael Myers next. Oh, man. I didn't see I, Frankenstein, Anthony. I did not see that, but somebody told me a couple days ago I need to see it. Dream choice to play Michael Myers next. That's the thing about Michael. Yeah, JG, I've stepped out of it. I've watched some stuff that Mark has told me to watch. Like I've stepped out of my Italian horror, for example, was way out of my comfort zone. I'd never seen anything, in the lot, and I watched a lot of the heavy hitters that people told me to watch. So I agree. I think that people need to at least try to give something a chance. Whether you think you're going to like it or not, give it a chance because you don't know. You really don't. Chris Pratt as Michael Myers. Hell yeah. Butterbean, let's go. Oh man. Oh, Holly, it's fine. Just put whatever you're going to say in the chat. I'll get to you. Sorry, StreamYard's doing the thing again with the chat, so I'm having to update it like every 5 seconds. My favorite one was Opera, by the way. Just going to say. Yeah, I'm kind of with Greg here and Sean in the sense of like, I don't even think it needs to be like a name. You know what I mean? Because like they need to have the physical prowess, but like that's really all it is. Like, I guess I'm not too picky with it. If you would have told me years ago, oh, it's gonna be Jesus. Don't say it. Don't say it. James Jude Courtney, I would have been like, who is that? Who is this guy? What? And he was amazing. So Michael's different, you know, it's not like Pinhead, it's not like Freddy. You can I just think they have to have the build for it and understand like the walk and how the character carries himself. And you know, everything else is pretty much gravy. So I guess I would say I'm not really bent out of shape, you know, at all. I don't have a preference. I'll let them see what they cook up. Have I seen The Empty Man breathing in fumes? I have not. And the funny story about The Empty Man, guys. Funny story, true story. Back during the COVID times, this is when I watched a bunch of movies I hadn't seen. And I remember we were on HBO Max. I can't remember. And The Empty Man was, I'm pretty sure, was pretty new on HBO Max. It was on the home screen. And I asked my ex-wife, like, oh, we should watch this. And I was like, I think I've heard people talking about this online. And we watched the trailer on HBO Max, and one of her favorite things to say, she would like watch it and she'd turn and she'd go, looks stupid. All right, I guess we're not watching it then. So I actually didn't ever watch it. But yeah, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. Joe, oh, of course I'm going to be at Evil Dead Burn opening night. I'm going to have a review out that night. I'll have an out of the theater reaction. Big Evil Dead fan, so I'm definitely going to give you guys content about Burn. I was actually worried. I was like, shit, I'm going to be on vacation when that comes out. I won't be. I get back the day before. So I will be able to see it opening night. Don't be so sure, Chris. I'm 6'4". Some of you guys may not know that. I am 6'4". And I feel like I got Myers walk down pretty damn good, and the head tilt, you know, just having watched the movies hundreds of times. However, the frame, I'm tall, but I'm not bulky. So, but again, neither was Nick Castle. So I don't know. Let's see here. I might be a decent Myers. Okay. I actually think you could make the case a lot of Halloween fans could probably cosplay Myers pretty well because we know a lot of his mannerisms. Like, so yeah, I've dressed up like him plenty of times for Halloween. All right. I know what I'm doing here. I'm a pro. Ryan, Big Papa pumped Scott Steiner as Michael Myers. Hell yeah, dude. I'm like I said, I'm open to any suggestion. Throw them my way. Let's do it. Thank you for the 199 super chat. Did you enjoy the Changeling? Yes. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I told you I watched it and I was like, we're going to talk about it. And then I didn't talk about it. Okay. Well, I'll just tell you this. Lord of Dogtown. He didn't do that shit himself. That's all I'm going to say. He didn't do that shit himself. I do not look 5'7". What are you talking about, bro? I'm 6'4". This is crazy. This is crazy. That's blasphemy. There's a lot of things you can say about my physical appearance, but I do not look short. That is crazy. So yes, I actually really enjoyed The Changeling. And it's funny because so many people were hyping the movie up before I watched it about like, oh, it's such a good ghost story. Like, it's so creepy even to this day. Like, oh, it gave me nightmares. And I was like, I don't know, man. A 40 some odd year old paranormal movie. I don't know how well this is going to age. FNAF, I am 100% 6'4". I would show you my ID, but there's some sensitive information on there. But yes, I am 6'4". My grandpa is 6'5", and my older brother Matt is, I don't even want to say it. My older brother Matt is 6'7". But yeah, he's the tallest of all of us. But Yeah, so dude, my kid's like 4.5 feet tall, and he's only like 6. So yeah, dude, don't call me short. Don't call me short. I am not short. Um, but so I went into it like, okay, like I don't know how this is going to if it's going to work for me or not, or if people are going to be hyping this up too much. And I really, really liked it. I mean, George C. Scott was amazing. I don't even think I need to say that. That goes without saying. If George C. Scott is in a horror film from that era, it's probably going to be money. But the thing about it for me, and it was similar to Poltergeist, where there was like multiple sequences that were just really, I was really uneasy. Like, just kind of like creepy. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't necessarily like, oh my God, hiding under my blanket. No, but like, I was like, that's good. That's good. Like, kind of gave me goosebumps a couple times. So I don't know. You know, I really dug it. I really did. I actually, after watching it, I was like, I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that on Blu-ray. Or is there like a Steelbook or a 4K for that thing? Guys, let me know. Mark would know. I know you would know, Mark. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to add that one to the collection. Oh, dude, my son's going to be taller than me. Yeah, 100%. He's taller than I was at this age. Yeah, he's definitely going to be taller than me. So, you know, whatever. I have seen Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and I really like it. I really like it. Severin has a changeling. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not better than Saw. I don't know why Cody says that. He's wrong. Sorry, but Cody also hates Halloween 5. So, you know, what can you do? Severin put it on 4K. Second Sight put it out in the UK. Okay, cool. All right. Severin sale next week. Perfect timing. All right. Hell yeah. I'm going to get me the changeling. Yeah, so my son probably actually will be like the tall man. You know, it's crazy. Oh, someone asked me how tall my parents are. My mom, you'll have to ask her next week when she's here, but she's like 5'6", 5'7", maybe. My dad, I think he's only like 6 foot. But like I said, my grandpa is 6'5", and we get a lot of our genes from my mom's side of the family. So like, I don't look like my dad. I look like my grandpa. I literally look like a spitting image of my grandpa at this age. It's scary. I've looked at pictures. I'm like, holy shit, dude, I look just like Pawpaw. We got the height. I got the look, you know, the look from him as well. And then most importantly, I got the hair from my grandpa. Let me show you guys really quick. The thickness. My hair is very, very thick. I get out of the shower and this takes hours to air dry. So yeah, I got the hair from him as well. And he still got hair at almost, he'll be 90 next month. So I ain't gonna bald. So that's a good thing. Oh yes, I did. I busted my head open six or God, I don't want to say 6 or 7. Yeah, I busted my head open like 6 or 7 times. Yeah, I did. Oh goodness, Liana. Jeez, Liana with her $49.99. You know what? This is like becoming like a theme for you, Liana. I just want to say, as much as I appreciate it, you know, I don't know how I can repay. Well, never mind. We send each other memes. All right, so we're even, right, Liana? We just keep sending each other memes, and that's the repayment. Thank you. I appreciate that. With a $49.99 super chat, you should do a series reaching things in high places for proof. Dude, it's funny because that's literally like me at work. Because like one of my subordinate managers, she's like 5 foot, like 5 foot nothing. And every time, can you reach this for me? Can you grab this for me? Yeah. It's just like, you know. Yeah. So thank you, Liana. I appreciate you. I'm going to be messaging you next week, Liana, for sure, about when I get the pool in. So I'm going to have some questions for these pool owners in the chat. I know there's a couple of you. I know Allie are both pool owners, and there's going to be a lot of questions that I have. So, stay by your phones. I appreciate you very much, Liana. You are far too kind. And yeah, I actually made some memes earlier and sent them to Liana. I think she appreciated them. I think you appreciated them, didn't you? Buffalo Bill. That was good, right? Yeah, that was good. I liked that one. That was Freddy Krueger. Guys, this is some inside baseball here. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate you. I hope you are having a fantastic evening. Breathing in Fumes with $2. Forget Empty Man trailer, Cosmic Horror Gold. Yeah, I liked the trailer. That's the crazy thing. My ex-wife didn't like the trailer. I liked the trailer. So, I'm going to watch it. But tonight is Bride of Reanimator, guys. I have to. Reanimator was so much damn fun. I hadn't seen that movie since I was a teenager. I know that for a fact. The only thing I remembered was Herbert West. I remembered the headless Dr. Hill. Yeah, I remembered that headless dude. So there was a couple things I remembered, but like I said, I didn't even remember that Barbara Crampton was in the movie. So there was a lot where it was like watching it for the first time. But yeah, I'm going to watch it. Don't worry. And thank you for the super chat again, Breathing in Fumes. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are killing me. You guys are too kind. I also want to update you guys. I don't know. The last couple days, the last week or so, I feel like some of my stomach issues have gotten worse. So I actually called my doctor yesterday because I wasn't supposed to be seen again. The earliest they could see me was July 22nd. I called and I was like, or I sent an email. I was like, this is ridiculous. I cannot wait that long. So they're getting me in next week. Funny how that works, right? Put pressure on them and, I can get in there next week. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm kind of worried. I don't really know what's going on lately. And the fact that it's been almost a year now and I don't have concrete answers. And as I told them in the email, I straight up said to them, thank you for coming a member, Breathing in Fumes. I appreciate that. I straight up said in the email, I'm sick and tired of being told this is it, or there's nothing wrong. We don't see anything abnormal. I was like, this is bullshit. I know for a fact that, well, hello, welcome, Andrew. I know for a fact that something is wrong. I know how my body feels. I know what I'm experiencing every day. Something is wrong. And you guys need to get to the bottom of this. I have to know what's wrong with me because I want to feel normal again. It gets really, really exhausting. Not knowing what's wrong with you. I haven't been able to have an alcoholic beverage in 6 months. I'm a 31-year-old man. I want to have a beer every now and then with my dinner. Can't do it because it just aggravates my stomach to no end. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be dealing with discomfort all day. It doesn't matter. I can do things to make it worse, but I can't do anything to make it go away. That's the shit that I'm in right now. So it just really sucks. So I'm going to go in there next week with not a great attitude. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not leaving there until you guys need to. No, it's not. It can't be that. That's what they thought last time. They put me on a fiber supplement and something else. And they were like, give it a few weeks. Yeah, it didn't do shit. So, something else is going on. I don't know, but it sucks. I don't feel like myself. And it's not fun, but, I haven't tried any medication. They haven't given me any. Like I said, they put me on they said it wasn't Crohn's. But like I said, I'm going to raise hell next week. So, because again, man, I'm going on vacation. What is today? June 18th. I'm going on vacation in 3 weeks. I'll be in Florida for a week. We're going to Disney with my son and all my siblings and stuff. And, I want to be able to have a drink and eat a big ass steak, and I don't know. So, Andrew, we're going to run the gambit. I don't have insurance. But I'm going to, I have dental and vision insurance. I could get health insurance through my my job, but it's like it's so middling, like it's just average and it's expensive as shit. And I was like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. So little known fact, guys, here in America, if you go to the doctor or whatever, they still have to see you. So thank you, Mile High Tie, for the $4.99. Have you dug into horror series The Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass, Widow's Bay? Side note, I have IBS and the pain is real. So thank you for the well wishes. And let me just tell you, yeah, buddy, love The Haunting of Hill House. Midnight Mass is my favorite thing that Mike Flanagan has ever created. I think it is his apex. I love The Fall of the House of Usher. I love The Haunting of Bly Manor. I loved the Bates Motel series. I've actually watched a lot of like horror series over the years. Can I describe the pain? I mean, it's kind of hard to. Thank you for the super chat. It's like you got like a tenderness right here. Like always, it just feels kind of like tender to the touch in my like upper abdomen. When I like push on it, it seems like it like subsides a little bit when there's pressure on it. And then I take it off and it's there again. It almost feels like a pulled muscle or a strained muscle here, like in my upper abdomen. And that's constant. That does not go away. Also just like general like stomach discomfort, just like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I've used the AI stuff and, putting in questions like to symptoms to see what it could be. And it just gives you a range of things it could be. So, well, see, here's the thing. They said oh my God. Yeah. They said all of my freaking organs were good. They're like, all your organs are great. It might be my uterus. You're right, Tia. No, so Church of Horror. Funny thing is, I was actually born. You guys are getting more lore. By the way, thank you again, Breathing in Fumes. I appreciate that. You guys want a little bit of Nick lore? So I was born with a hernia that was right above my belt line. I was born with it. And the doctors, they didn't operate because they told my mom that it would like heal. Like it would heal on its own. And apparently it did. I never had issues after that. No, I don't drink milk like at all anymore. Yeah, you're probably right, Ben. Honestly, I haven't gotten that checked out either, but we got to. Yeah, so like, but they were like, all your organs are good, kidneys good, liver's good, like all that. So then I'm just like, what the fuck is it then? Like seriously, I did a freaking, what's it called? I did a colonoscopy, bro. Gallstones. I haven't checked that either. Yeah, I need to do that. Oh, what's up, Fachi? How you doing? Like I said, guys, I'm leaving no stone unturned on Tuesday when I walk in that doctor's office. No stone. Everything's getting turned. All of it. We are not walking out of there without answers. Yeah, they said I wasn't diabetic either. They said my white cell count was great. So yeah. If I need surgery though, guess what? That's going to be like a $30,000-$40,000 bill that I ain't paying. Hell yeah. I'm just kidding. I'll eventually have to, but I'll do it in very small installments. Why am I seeing hate for Midnight Mass in the chat? Like, what's going on? This is ridiculous. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, they're going to give me answers one way or another. I ain't leaving that doctor's office without them. Yeah, dude, it sucked. Yeah, I'm seeing hate in the chat for Midnight Mass, and I don't know how I feel about this. That's not cool. All right. That's not cool. Does the pain get worse after I eat? Not really. If I eat specific foods, it could make it worse. But like, that's the thing. You would think if it was IBS, like it wouldn't be constant. You know what I mean? Like, because I went on like a Dude, it sucks so bad. I did like a 2-week cleanse kind of where it was just like fucking chicken and rice and like bread. Like I was eating like healthy. It was terrible. It was terrible. I hated it. I hated every second of it. You guys look at my frame and you're probably like, oh, he probably eats pretty well. Dude, my mouth is a trash compactor. Okay. I eat garbage. And so I did like 2 weeks of that and it didn't go away. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Racketeering, thank you for the $10. Always get a second opinion. I've worked in the medical field for years. Trust me. Feel better, my dude. Hey, I appreciate that. And funny enough, my GI doctor couldn't see me until July 22nd, which I still have an appointment with her then, but I demanded somebody else see me. So another one of the doctors is going to see me next week. I guess her schedule is so full. She's very nice. Love her. She's a sweet woman, but she could be wrong. And, maybe this other doctor will be able to diagnose me on Tuesday and be like, hey, so I don't know. But yeah, as far as like the medical bills and stuff go, I mean, like I saw, some people are watching in Australia, some people in Canada and the UK, like it's all very different. Obviously, I don't understand why America's healthcare situation is the way it is. It's bullshit. That's like one of the things that all of us can agree on here in America. Like we can't agree on a lot, but we can all agree our healthcare system sucks. Like it's terrible. And so as far as like medical bills and stuff go, dude, one thing they don't tell you, and a lot of people won't tell you this, but it's true. After 7 or 8 years or so, a lot of that falls off. Like a lot of that drops off. They will continue to call you to try to get you to pay like the full amount. And over time, it gets less and less and less and less and less and less and less. Like they're just trying to take as much money as they can from you. But for me personally, my aside from like medical bills, especially recently with all this stuff over the last year, my credit's good. Like I don't have debt and stuff like that. So I just look at the medical bills and I'm like, they are what they are, man. Like, they are what they are. I think my colonoscopy and everything, guys, was like $24,000 for all of that. I got the bill in the mail and I was like, you can shove it, buddy. No, thank you. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I do have bad acid reflux. I know that. Don't say that, Richard. No. Because if it is, thank you for the $10 super chat. I very much appreciate it. But if it is, that's gonna impact my vacation because they're gonna be like, hey, and dude, I need this vacation. I am crashing out at work recently, guys. I am crashing out mentally every day at work. I'm like, I can't do this shit anymore. Flinner, yeah, it's usually after 7 or 8 years. You can look it up. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the state, but after a while, they eventually do stop calling you, and only like we're talking a fraction of what you owe actually gets sent to collections. Say if you have $20,000 in medical debt, you know what's probably going to end up in collections a decade from now? Maybe $2-3 grand. Like seriously, they're trying. They want you to be homeless. Like. Yeah, it's so no. But it's true. It is absolutely true. Absolutely true. But Richard, please don't put that out into the ether, my friend. Please don't. But if that's what I need to feel better, I will do it. I will say, sign me up tomorrow. Like, can you guys wheel me back today? I'm ready to go. Thank you, Richard. Breathing in fumes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You've been very generous tonight. Joey. I'm the GOAT? Nah, man. I'm over here talking about my stomach issues because I'm turning into an old man before all of your guys' eyes. W Glass, I'm going to get it. I'm excited for it. I am definitely excited for it. And I'm very selective about games I play now as I'm getting older. But that is one. And Hellraiser I'm very excited for. Mothra, I can't. It makes my anxiety worse, actually. Between 17 and 18, I was definitely a wannabe Bob Marley, not in the sense of like, dreadlocks and all that. No, but I partook quite a bit. And Yeah, it was it just started to give me really bad panic attacks. I took a little bit of time off, tried to do it again. I just couldn't do it. It just doesn't work for my body. Oh geez, Graves era. No. Dude, buddy. I'm sending you all the best vibes, man. Every man around the world is here with you in this moment. Thank you, Allie. That is very, very kind of you. $49.99. You and Liana, I swear to God, you guys are crazy. I say that as a compliment, not as like a bad crazy. I do appreciate it. I know you have. I know a lot of people have. I got to be honest with you guys. You know, it's been really defeating. Like, it gets really defeating. You do get to a point where you're just so beat down by it. It's just like, how the fuck in 2026 in America with like apparently the best doctors and the best equipment, you guys can't tell me what's going on with my stomach, bro. Like, insane. Find out what's wrong. I'm so sick of this, dude. Like, I don't know. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, guys. I see a lot of these suggestions you guys are giving in the chat. I'm also noticing like some skin rashes. Nothing crazy, but I thought it was like eczema. And my primary care doctor said, yeah, it looks like eczema. But I have Googled that I guess there's something called the gut to skin axis is what they call it. So like if you're having gut issues, a lot of times you will have some kind of skin issues as well. So, you know, it's like, okay, well then that would tell me it's probably not my appendix, right? You know what I mean? Like that would mean like it's a gut issue if it's affecting, you know, certain parts of my skin. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But thank you, Allie. You're too freaking kind, man. I tell you this too much. But I don't tell you this enough, frankly, but thank you. Richard, $4.99 for the beer fund once you're better. Thank you. Please put that into the ether, you know, not the surgery into the ether. I appreciate that. Thank you. Breathing in Fumes. Watch Day of the Dead to help with stomach issues. I'm going to watch Bride of Reanimator tonight. I got to work all day tomorrow. So only one movie tonight. But I do have a free weekend again. My son is on vacation with his mom. And why are you giving me money if you don't make it, man? I want you to make it. God, I'm worried for you. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think that it might be something autoimmune. I don't know. You guys get we've said this many times, and but like you guys get a lot of lore from me. I overshare with you guys, but that's because I'm not a public personality at all. Like Joey, I like Friday the 13th. Absolutely. Friday the 13th Part 3 is my favorite Friday the 13th film. I also love Jason X. It's not, I don't love it as much as Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween, but yeah. Hey, why? Thank you. I'm not the coolest. I'm pretty freaking nerdy. But like I said, I appreciate that some of you guys think that. But yeah, like I overshare with you guys a lot. And I know I do. And, you know, maybe it'll bite me in the ass at some point in my life. Cause like, dude, all these people on the internet know so much about you. And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. You know, you guys are my friends. You know, this is like, this is my social interaction aside from work. So it's like, once this stream goes off, guys, let me tell you something. This guy, I'm getting in this bed right over here. I'm turning on Bride of Reanimator at the foot of my bed. And I'm watching Bride of Reanimator. I already edited. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's video. Duh. I told you guys I was going to talk about tomorrow's video. Real quick, my phone is charging. Can somebody tell me what the score of the Yankees game is? I might have a parlay. Okay, so I just need to know who's winning. If it's the Yankees or the White Sox. Can somebody tell me? My phone's on the other side of the room charging, so I can't check. And then also somebody tell me what the score of the Phillies game was. Because you guessed it. A parlay. Yankees losing. Oh, fuck me. No. I mean, I hate the Yankees, but like, no. Damn it. Well, there goes the parlay. Mets over Phillies. Damn it. I took the under on the Mets and Phillies one too, so that's crazy. That the Yankees are losing to the White Sox. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I did hit one parlay earlier, so like I shouldn't complain too much, but still bullshit. Hold on. I saw another super chat from you, Breathing in Fumes. And again, StreamYard is doing their bullshit again. There we go. You brighten my day, raising a glass to you. Nah, man, you guys brighten my day. Every time I come on here, especially over the last like 2 months, these live chats are crazy. Like, you know, we hover around 125 to 150 people consistently throughout, you know. This is the second week in a row where my super chats are over 30 in number. Like that's crazy, bro. Like that's literally insane. I don't even know. Yeah, that's insane. But nah, you guys, and again, like I try not to overdo it too, because like I could go live more. Like if I end up quitting my job sooner rather than later, and like I said, it might happen sooner rather than later. I probably will stream a little bit more, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't want to take up an hour and a half of your guys' day every day. So I try to do it like once a week. Flinner, yeah, but not a crazy amount. It's never been like a daily thing. You know, I got paid yesterday. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll put a couple together. It's something like that, you know. Never been to a casino or anything like that. I've never bought scratch offs. Like I know it's hard to, like, some people will be like, oh, it's not possible to do it sparingly. I think I'm living proof of that. I do it sparingly. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's just a little bit here and there. It's fun. You know, I mostly do it during football season though, like NFL. So yeah, you know, I have fun with it. But yeah, I don't disagree. You know, gambling is it is not it's very addictive. A lot of things very, very addictive in this world today. So you know, if you're gonna do it, make sure you have good self-control. Um but yeah, so you know, but I don't know, man. I actually had it's funny enough. I had something. Oh, but God, wow. I keep getting off track. So tomorrow's video, I've already recorded it and I've edited it. I went out in my backyard. It was fantastic. I was sitting in my backyard because it's like 74 degrees. Just absolutely, um, like absolutely fantastic outside. I was just sitting in the backyard and I was just editing a video. And got it all done about 10 minutes before I came in here to set up. That way I didn't have to worry about it. When I'm done with this, I can literally just put on a movie and chill for the rest of the night. And tomorrow's video is it's a list. I disagree, David. It's a list, but it's a list I don't think I've ever done. And it's not movies. It is top 10 characters in the Halloween franchise. Yes, top 10 characters in the Halloween franchise. And if you guys are familiar with some of my takes in the Halloween franchise, you're gonna you already know some of the people that are going to be featured on there. And you probably already know somebody that won't be featured in the top 10, and it's going to piss some people off. No, you stay groovy. By the way, yeah, you stay groovy, bro. Thank you for the super chat. I'm just going to say it's pretty spicy. It is pretty spicy. I get the honorable mentions out of the way at the beginning. because I didn't want people to watch the entire video and be like, where the hell was this person at? Yeah, I'm just going to spoil it for y'all. Rachel ain't in the top 10. Rachel is not in the top 10. And if you want some other spice, you know who is in the top 10? Corey Cunningham, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be fun. I had fun doing that one. Kurt, thank you for the $10 super chat. 65 years young and love your content. Damn right, 65 years young. Like I said, my grandpa is going to be 90 next month. And that dude, man, he's just going, brother. And he's living the dream now. He's retired. He watches his war movies and his Westerns, sleeps until 10 a.m., goes to bed at 9 p.m. That's the life. That is the life. I want that when I'm his age. So, yeah. Hell yeah, 65 years young. That's right. Very, very key word there. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your super chat. I really, really do. Thank you for watching. It's been crazy. I've a lot of Gen Xers watch my channel, which is crazy because I'm like, don't I have opinions that piss you guys off? It's okay. You guys can admit it. Like, don't I say things sometimes where you're like, oh, this guy just doesn't get it. But you guys watch my channel. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Who is this? WCVA man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I know. We won't be doing Hit the Bricks. Hit the Bricks is no more, Shadow. So, and then UNITA, I don't know. I have to talk to Christian about it. It's I don't know. We just kind of just play it by ear there. I was the first channel you subscribed to. That is awesome. Hell yeah. I actually had somebody the other day say to me as well, I have never subscribed to a channel. But I just subscribed to yours. And I was like, damn. Maybe that's because I upload literally every day. So people are like, YouTube is always like reminding them and they're like, damn it, fine, I'll do it. So, hey, I appreciate it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Joel, I pissed you off. All right. But as much as I piss you off, I'm sure that you also probably, the reason you subscribe though is because you're like, but he gets it with certain movies too. You know what I mean? I think that's why. Like, it's this tightrope. Like, I'll say something like a movie like you hate, like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, where it's just like, I don't know why this guy likes this movie. This movie's terrible. And then I'll be like, The Exorcist is the greatest horror movie of all time. And then Gen Xers are like, they're right back in. They're like, you son of a bitch. You had me at The Exorcist. So, yeah. I think I have a good balance of a lot of the eras, aside from like 60s and before. I haven't seen a lot of movies from there. My buddy Mark has been on me about it for years. You missed everything, Eric. No, you did miss a great intro that I made for this stream. So by the end of this, go back to the very beginning, watch the intro. I was very happy about it. Yeah, I've noticed Cobweb's channel has been commenting on my videos recently, and he was like, I'm a big fan. I was like, you're a big fan of me? It was really cool. Like, it was just like, oh, damn, like, that's crazy. Hit the Bricks was a show we did on Lee McCoy, Drum Dumb's channel. But yeah, we just kind of fizzled out. And it is what it is, whatever, it happens. I mean, I've done plenty of collaborations over the years on YouTube where, you do it for a little bit and it's fun, but after a while away from it, you're just kind of like, okay, well, yeah, that was what it was. There's no hard feelings or anything, guys. Don't worry. There's no like secret story. No, it just kind of ran its course, I guess. Breathing in Fumes, Janet Marshall. Who's Janet Marshall? Someone tell me. Am I missing something here? I might be so dumb. Like this might be like, if I'm being dumb here, I apologize. But thank you again. Damn. Very, very generous tonight. I don't have to agree to appreciate your takes. Bingo. Thank you. That is the key. And I very, very much appreciate you saying that. And yet again, super chatting. That is very, very kind of you. That is something that we need to remember, in this space. This discourse is very like, it's okay to not agree with someone's takes, but there's a lot of people. Oh, her last name was Marshall. I never knew her name was Marshall. I just saw it. Janet. I just always called her Nurse Janet. Oh wow, that's crazy. But I think it's very important that we remember that. It's like, I don't have to agree with your takes. You don't have to agree with my takes. The differences are kind of what, not even kind of, it's what makes this space so unique and so awesome. As long as somebody can articulate why they feel a certain way, or, and be respectful with that, that's what matters to me. And so I hope that the channels that you guys subscribe to and that you gravitate towards are hosted by people like that are respectful of our differences of opinion. And, but we find common ground in a lot of areas. And that's what I think matters the most, frankly, is like we find common ground in so many areas. So like, we may disagree vehemently on something, but then, we'll talk about another movie and we're like in lockstep. And it's like, okay, you're all right in my book then. So very important to remember that. Robbie White, thank you for the $4.99. Been binging your videos lately. Love the channel. A few things. The Village ending is really good. Poltergeist 3 and Kane needs more discussion. You are right. About Kane and Poltergeist 2. Here's the thing I'll say about The Village. And I've talked about this recently as well. I haven't seen it in a while. I need to give it another watch. It pissed me off at the time, but it's one of those twists where I think it's expected. You're kind of expected to have a little bit of a visceral reaction to it. Like, that's the point. But once you know what's coming, can you watch it a second time and appreciate it after that? So I'm hoping that is the case upon rewatch, because up until the ending pissing me off, I loved it. I loved that movie. But I will give it another chance. I will. I promise you. I've been saying that for a while. I'm going to give it another chance. And thank you for the super chat. John, thank you. $9.99. Some of your opinions make me laugh, but you totally get it. First show I watch when I get home from work, and CHH is second. Hell yeah. I may not have eclipsed CHH in subs, but for John, I have eclipsed CHH in watchability. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. Now, Christian, obviously, very, very good friend, and love that dude to death. You guys are actually, well, I don't know if I should spoil it. There might be an in-person UNITA in August. There might. We are discussing things. Ideas are being bandied about between the two of us. There might be another Christian and Lost River Drive-In meetup in August. Might be. But we shall see. John, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Hey man, big fan of the channel. I became a member because I believe in what you do. Here's a question. Why have you never discussed From Dusk Till Dawn? That's an all-time horror twist going in blind. You are absolutely right. Let me tell you something. It is one of those, it's one of those movies that I didn't watch young enough to have a ton of nostalgia for. So like, people had called that out on my 90s video list. They were like, hey, you left out From Dusk Till Dawn. I like that movie. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't watch it for the first time till I was like 19 or 20. Well, how old was I? I was a teenager. Maybe I was a little bit younger than that. And I like it. I think it's damn good. It's probably, I just haven't seen it enough. And I didn't see it young enough to have such a deep appreciation for it. That is a movie that I probably should watch more because I did like it. I know there's sequels. I've never seen the sequels. Never seen the sequels. So Yeah. But you let me know. You let me know, John, are the sequels worth it at all? And yes, Tia, I love Salma Hayek. Love Salma Hayek. She is fantastic. Okay. And thank you, John, for the super chat. Let me know, though, the sequels, are they any good? You saw it on opening night, see, and I'm sure you got a lot of love for it. I mean, there's many movies God, I'm just trying to think of some over the years that I've seen in theaters that like opening. Oh, Pray at Night. Strangers Pray at Night is one that I saw opening night in theaters. I was so stoked for, loved it. And a lot of people, and not a lot of people went and saw it. It was very kind of, it came and went, and a lot of people were disappointed in it because it was not at all like the first one. So that's like one of those movies for me where it's like, I love it. I dig it. Holy crap. This is interesting. Is this Australian? 30.99. Is it Australian? I don't know, but holy crap. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But did you mean to put a question or a comment? If not, if you did, let me know. Say something in the chat and I'll make sure to get to it. But holy crap, very generous of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would imagine are you a new reviewer, or are you like, I know there's lurkers. I know there are lurkers. And I respect the lurker grind. Oh, there we go. Big fan of your channel. Thanks for what you do. Nah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously. I've said this a million times. I will say it again and again and again until I'm blue in the face. I totally appreciate and respect how hard times are these days, man. So, thank you. Thank you very much for how kind all of you guys are, how generous you are. Like, it means a lot. Thank you. Hopefully I don't need it for surgery, though. Friggin' Richard over here. Richard's like, hey, here's for your surgery. Don't speak that shit into existence. Possum 2018, watch it. Guys, is Nova Luna setting me up here? Is this bad? Is this good? Somebody let me know. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. All right, John Ratcliffe follows up. Dusk 2 is good for what it is. However, 3 is a prequel, and I think it's very good. Can give the OG a run for its money. Okay. All right, John. How about this? I will revisit From Dusk Till Dawn over the next calendar week. And by the time I stream next Wednesday with my mom, not only will I give you a more updated thoughts on it, I'll try to watch the other two. I will watch at least one of the sequels or prequel. I guess I could watch 3 because it's a prequel. You have my word, John. Breathing in Fumes. Let me tell you something, buddy. I love Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, and Puppet Master 3. I do not give a shit what anybody says, okay? Puppet Master as a franchise is supremely underrated. I get it. It's zany. It's wild. It's just B-movie gold, so it's not something that is just easily mass marketable. Puppet Master rules, dude. Yes, W. Glass, you're right. You are absolutely right. I love the first 3 Puppet Master movies. I don't care. Possum is bleak? Hell yeah. I love guys, and I've been saying this. Mark can back me up in the chat. I have been saying this for literal years. I have told Christian we need to do a UNITA episode on Puppet Master, and he will not do it because he's like, oh, I love Puppet Master, but I just don't know if the audience would show up for that one. Only one way to find out. Let's do it. John, thank you again, man. Holy crap. Another $5. I first watched From Dusk Till Dawn in 96 when I was 3 with my mom, and her boyfriend scared the fuck out of me until I was 13. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Isn't that great though? Like, aren't you so happy you have that memory though? And I know so many of you guys in the chat, like, sound off. Like, what's that movie? What's that movie for you? What? Oh, Blade's my favorite. Yes, Blade is my favorite. I don't give a shit. Blade is my favorite. I haven't seen all the Subspecies movies, Mark, so I can't. Everybody in the chat, you tell me right now. What is the movie for you that you saw at a young age that just absolutely scared the crap out of you? Just was like, when you think of a movie that scared you, what's like the first one that comes to mind? Like, I want to hear from y'all. I have not seen Waxwork. I have not. E.T. Okay. Okay. After Dusk, it's easily the It miniseries. Crater Mass in the Pit. Yep. Halloween 2. The Exorcist. The Amityville Horror. House by the Cemetery. Child's Play 2. Blackula. Scream 2 and Halloween 4. Original Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes. Scared the crap out of me. Halloween 2. The Innocents. Okay. We got another shout out for The Innocents. The Blob. The Ring. T2. That's interesting. That is interesting. The Birds. Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Halloween 6. House. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Amityville. Amityville 2. Night Stalker. Fright Night. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. Blair Witch Project. Yeah, Blair Witch Project is a good one. Amityville 2, I think, is so much better than the first one. Leprechaun? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Just same as my older brother. Terrified him. War of the Worlds. The original Terminator or Predator. Salem's Lot. Yes, dude. Oh, God. The scene at the window, bro. The scene at the window lived in my head rent-free, bro. That shit was terrifying. And in the remake, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I hated when they tried to recreate it. I hated it. Mothra, my mom had a Care Bear at my grandparents' house from when she was a kid. And every time we would go there, no one would want to sleep in her room. One, because my Uncle David had a waterbed. So, like, everybody always fought over my Uncle David's room. But nobody wanted to sleep in my mom's room because she had, like, a fucking Raggedy Ann doll and, like, Care Bears and shit. And they were, like, still on the bed. Like, my grandma would, like, put them on there. Holly, I saw your super chat. Guess what? How about this, Holly? If that's your name. I don't know if it's a screen name. You asked me to rank the puppets in Puppet Master. So I'll tell you this. Personally, my favorite is Blade. After Blade, let's see. Maybe Six Shooter? Maybe. But I'm not going to do that proper yet. Why? Because we're doing the Puppet Master episode. Me and Christian are going to do it for Unita. I promise you. I promise you we are going to do it. We will rank them. Oh, dude, Torch rules. Torch rules, Mark. Nice shout out. But so does Six Shooter, okay? So does Six Shooter. And I don't want to hear otherwise. We're going to do a Puppet Master episode, and we will rank all of them. I will make sure of it. We'll rank the movies. I don't care what Kristen says. It's on my channel now, so I don't know why he's worried about the views anyway. I don't give a shit, all right? I want to talk about Puppet Master. I want to give the Puppet Master fans something that they've wanted for so long. And again, I have been public about this for years that we need to do Puppet Master. So hang tight. We're going to do it. Robbie White, $4.99. How terrifying was the examination scene in Fire in the Sky? Oh, man. How terrifying is Fire in the Sky? Like, let's just be real. Let's just, like, ask that more broadly. If you're somebody that's a believer in extraterrestrials, dude, that movie will mess you up, buddy. And it messed me up. Yeah, that's a creepy-ass movie, bro. Creepy-ass movie. My favorite Friday the 13th was part 7. I love telekinesis. No, listen. The Carrie versus Jason concept is an awesome concept. An awesome concept. I just feel like they fumbled the bag a little bit there. I felt like the ending was way too abrupt, and I don't think they leaned enough into it in the final fight. The New Blood is one of those movies that has great ideas. I just don't know if the execution was entirely there for me. But, dude, telekinesis, come on, dude. Jason versus Carrie, that shit rules. And I didn't see Woman in the Yard. I heard it was terrible. But you guys let me know. This channel is so fun. Great group here. I respect your views. Enjoy the intros. I just found out they made a new Terror Train movie. Thank you, Nick, for the escape. Paul, thank you very much for the very generous $20 super chat. And let me just say, they did. I didn't hear great things about it. It was a Tubi original, I want to say. Heard a lot of people say it wasn't great. But you know what? Watch it. And let me know what you thought, Paul. Let me know what you thought. I never got around to it. I remember seeing the poster and I watched the trailer and I said, I don't know if that's for me. But thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. You got, like I said earlier, and I mean it, you guys are my escape. So there you go. Look at that. John handed out gifted 5 memberships. Hell yeah. Thank you, John. John, you are the friggin' man, bro. And guess what? All you guys, that means everyone that is a member, you will get unless I'm like finishing one at work, you get early access to all of my videos. And I'm also about to, I think I have decided that I might lean more into the YouTube membership thing, and I might get rid of my Patreon entirely. I've been thinking about that, and I think that's the way I'm going to go. But when I know for sure, if you're a patron, don't cancel it yet. Give me a week or so to figure it out, because it's really hard to do perks for each one because they can't be the same. Because if you have a video that's members only on YouTube, that link will not work on Patreon unless the person is a member, which is BS. I'm trying to figure something out here. Zachary, I'm very excited for Hellraiser and Halloween. Those are both day one purchases for me. So I hope you're excited. I hope everybody's excited. Y'all need to get it. I know. I've been busy. I've been very busy, Allie. But yes, you guys are owed Dr. Sleep, and Mark's not going to let me forget it either. So I honestly feel bad. Like, I feel really bad because I love that movie, but it's a 3-hour endeavor. And with the stream, it'd be like 3.5 hours. So that is an endeavor. But don't let me forget. Don't let it go. John with $5. Dude, in my line of work, I need things outside I enjoy. Your channel is becoming one of those, and I want to see your channel grow and expand. Well, John, I really do appreciate that, man. I mean, I really, really do. In this space, you will find that there are a lot of people that won't be happy for you. So it is nice to find genuine people that genuinely want to see you grow and want to see you do good things. So hearing that means a lot. I mean, it really does, because I root for all my friends. You know, I root for all of them. I want all of us to succeed in whatever we want to do in our lives. You know, I want us all to succeed. So if I am able to in any way improve your guys' days, hell yeah. Gregory, you are a member. It does look like you are a member. Yes, I think. I don't know. The icons here on StreamYard aren't the same as they are in the YouTube live chat. So you might have to ask somebody in the chat, because they can see it over there. I do get an icon, but it's not, I think you're a member. Yes, Church of Horror, you are. Yes. Greg, you are a member. Eric says you are a member. But yeah, so it's nice. You know, I like to see that. I like to see my friends succeed. You know, Christian, he kills it, man. Christian he could make this his full-time job. And you know what? I respect his hustle. He's still like, hey, this is just really good. You know, it's a good side hustle. To have a buffer, so it's not your only source of income. And I totally get why he does that. And I respect the hell out of that. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. Well, I try to a lot. I try to a lot. Stigmata scared the shit out of me too. Yeah, that's a good call out. Hey, Paula, what's up? Dude, yes. 13 Ghosts is amazing. I don't care what anybody says. That movie's great. But yeah, somebody said to me yesterday in my video, somebody commented like, dude, I love how much you post, but like you're gonna run out of ideas. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That is like one of the things that's very true, Greg. Rising tide floats all boats. Absolutely right. No, I won't run out of ideas. There's so much I could talk about on my channel. But a lot of people have asked me there's 156 people in here right now. So by the way, leave a like on this if you guys haven't. But I have seen this comment many times over the last few months. And I'm going to tell all of you this right now. Anybody that's ever had this question, that way you don't have to say it on another video. People will go, hey man, love that you make videos as much as you do, but like don't burn yourself out or you're going to run out of ideas or, whatever it might be like, or, we don't want you to run yourself into the ground. Understand that the reason that I do what I do right now on YouTube and the reason why I'm going so hard on YouTube right now is because I hate my job, bro. Like I do. And I want to be my own boss and I want to dictate my own terms and I want to enjoy the life I'm living. I want to feel like I'm living, not surviving. I want to feel like I'm thriving, and I get that here more than you will, Kryptonian. It was at the beginning. It was at the beginning, Kryptonian. What's up, Bay Area? I want to feel like I'm living. And so I bust my ass on my channel daily because I have to build a really solid foundation. So if I get to a point where I'm only uploading like 3 days a week, for example, I have to know that all 3 of those videos, the ad revenue on them, if this is my full-time job, is going to be worth it. Well, that's not really possible when you're a 10,000 sub channel. But if you're a 50,000 sub channel, yeah, it's probably possible. So that is specifically why I do what I do. I have to raise the floor of my channel to a point where I feel comfortable. Okay, I can take a step back. I can upload every other day, because I never want to do anything that's going to put me in a bad financial situation, where I'm making poor decisions. I love my mom to death. I watched that growing up. I saw a lot of bad financial decisions. And with my older siblings too, and it's like I'm not going to do that. So I need to work and work and work, and once I raise that floor high enough, then I can go, okay, I can pull back a little bit. And not in the sense of go anywhere, absolutely not. I just won't have to upload every day. So some of you guys I know probably get sick of it. And trust me, there's going to be days where I don't upload. I'm on a roll right now with uploading every day, but that's partially because when the algorithm is treating you well, you need to pay it forward. Like, hey, YouTube is putting me out there. Zachary, sorry, I want to get to your super chat. Your thoughts on 30 Days of Night, and if we got a remake, should it be a movie or a TV series? So I love 30 Days of Night. Pretty sure they made a sequel, if I'm not mistaken. Never saw it though. I'm pretty sure it was like straight to video. Love that movie. Love the concept just in general anyway. Pretty sure that's Antarctica, right? I would say a TV series, Zach. I would say a TV series. I actually am not. I'm probably more pro that than anything when it comes to reboots and remakes because I feel like you can really flesh out a story that way. Like I'm actually looking forward to the Carrie series, one, because I love Flanagan. And I loved the 2013 remake. Don't get me wrong. Like I loved it. But I actually think being able to flesh this out over a series might benefit this story. And I've read the novel. I've read a lot of King's novels. He was one of the authors I read the most when I was a teenager. So he has a lot of filler in some of his books. Like, let's just be real, he does. But when you do a series, you can really flesh some of that out. So I would say a series personally. I know it's not King, but I was just using him as a comparative. Breathing in Fumes. Can I mail you a gift? I've written a few horror scripts. I have a hat for one. You absolutely can. If you want to DM me on Instagram, I can get you an address. I'm actually going to open up a PO box probably this weekend because I've gotten a lot of questions recently about it, and it's awesome. Like, hell yeah, it's really cool that people want to send me gifts and stuff. But so give me a couple days to get a PO box. I need to figure out how to set one of those up. It's not hard, I know. And then once I do, I can give anybody my PO box and I can put it on my channel, like in my description of my channel, so if you want to send me something. John, again, $5 super chat. Thanks, man. If you're a Vols fan, all I have to say is December 21st, 2024. That was the worst. Okay, so here's the thing. I said earlier, like, I'm more so just like Tennessee is like our second home as like a family, and we're there literally all the time. So that's why I have the Vols hat. But I do know what you're talking about. Because being somebody that's on, Twitter and whatnot a lot, I see big sports moments. Let's just say that, and that's also the day before my birthday. So I'm still very sorry for you guys. I am. But thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all are killing it tonight. Y'all are killing it. I don't know why my work is calling me, but my phone's on the other side of the room, so I can't answer. But yeah, so if anybody's ever wondering, hey, like I said, that was a long-winded way of why do you upload so much? And oh yeah, okay, so you're not a Bulls fan, you're a Buckeyes fan. Okay, well then yeah, then you don't give shit. Okay, I thought you were talking from a Bulls fan's perspective. Okay, no, then yeah, I live in Ohio. So that's another reason why I know exactly what you're talking about, because believe me, people are rabid here for their Buckeyes. Rabid. But I'm not a Vols fan. Just in the state of Tennessee a lot. Love the state of Tennessee. And I love the color orange. So oh no, it's one of my subordinate managers. She probably had a question, but I'm busy right now. Hey, take it easy, Holly. Thank you for being in here tonight. Thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a great night. What other questions y'all got for me before we call it? I got a date with Kathleen Kenmont and Bride of Reanimator here in a few. So before we get there, though, what other questions we got? Also, I feel like my leg, like my left leg, has felt like tingly all day. This happened like a year ago. And so I went to the hospital because it's like, oh, is it like a blood clot? And they did like an ultrasound on it, and they're like, no, you're good. No, my manager, see, I'm the store manager. So my manager above me is the district, and he's an old dude. He doesn't know how to use YouTube. Could be sciatica, yeah. I'm not LeBron James, though. What was my favorite toy as a kid? You were a Bionicle kid? Oh, Power Rangers, dude. Power Rangers. 100%. Junior, what's up? Junior is here. Well, thanks for popping in and saying hello. What's one movie you want to watch with your son that you haven't yet? Halloween. But I haven't yet. But that's probably the one I want to show him. I really want him to understand like Michael Myers and, I don't know. One of my favorite cheesy, campy horror movies. I have not seen Iron Lung, by the way. Yes, that will be, that's coming in the coming days. That'll probably be my video for Saturday. I was thinking about that earlier. So the top 10 posters will be Saturday. But favorite campy, cheesy horror. I mean, ultimate camp for me is Jason X. That's my go-to. Ironically, Sleepaway Camp. Trying to think. Not Halloween Resurrection. Absolutely not. Hellraiser Hellworld. I have a lot of fun with that cheesy movie. I like some B movies. I haven't seen enough. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I do love that movie. Richard Brake would be fantastic as Freddy. Okay. Richard Brake can do no wrong for me. All right. Him as Doomhead. Bro, legendary. I dressed up as Doomhead that year for Halloween. And I'm not even a big fan of the movie 31. I thought it was meh, but loved him as Doomhead. Chopping Mall is great. Oh, Sleepaway Camp 2 is awesome. Have no shame in that. Have no shame in that. If he loves Resurrection, you know, he's not my son. I'm getting a DNA test. Have I seen Monster House? Have I seen Monster House? Not only have I seen Monster House, I watched it 2 weeks ago with my son. Oh wow, here it is. I actually took it out of my Blu-ray player last night so I could watch Dream Warriors, and that was the disc that was still in there. So yes, yeah, my son loves Monster House as well. Dude, yes, I've seen Mothman Prophecies and I love it, especially because I live right next to West Virginia. Absolutely. It's like a 2-hour drive to go there, and I still haven't. I don't know why. What's up, Jaden? You know, Jaden, I got a comment earlier. It was pretty funny. Someone commented on one of the older episodes of Pod Goblins. It was months ago, and they were like, "Hey, man, I just want to say, like, loved the show, but you seem kind of like mean to your friend, like you're like bullying him." And I was like, "That's the point." I was like, in wrestling terms, I'm the heel of this show, and Jaden is the babyface. But also, if you saw the stuff Jaden messages me, you would know that we do that to each other. So, but I was like, don't worry, that's the point. I'm not actually mean to Jaden. John, thank you again, man. Resurrection is a fun movie. I don't care what people say. Bingo. Your second line is the key there. If it wasn't Halloween, that's my biggest, that's the stick up my ass about it. That is the stick. It's Halloween. If it wasn't Halloween, I totally agree with you. If it was just like an early 2000s slasher, it's fine. It's serviceable as an early 2000s slasher. I just hate what they do to Jamie Lee, man. I hated it. You're not a victim. You are not a victim. I don't know if he'll appreciate Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I don't think I'm going to be showing him that anytime soon. But the original Halloween, you know, aside from PJ Soul's scene and Judith, you know, probably I could definitely show him that. Yeah, Point Pleasant. I know, Mark. I gotta go. I'm 2 hours away from it. I don't know why. I haven't. Yes, yeah. And then on Unita, that's how it started too. CHH was the heel, and I was, I'm the baby face. And but I feel like as we've gotten older, both of us are kind of heels a little bit. Like we're both kind of like crotchety older dudes now. So I feel like it's changing. But dude, I loved Mothman Prophecies. Loved it. I asked Cody Leach the same question. What would you do if you were Flanagan with his Exorcist movie? Wow, this is a good question. And I've actually thought about this quite a bit. So for me, and I don't think they're doing this, and it's a bummer because say what you will about Exorcist Believer, and guys, I know like there's a lot of problems with that movie. I walked away from Believer thinking it was okay. I didn't hate it. I know a lot of people, and you guys need to understand The Exorcist, in my opinion, is the greatest horror film of all time. So if I can watch Believer and just go, meh, I wasn't like offended. I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. I just think for The Exorcist, it's just not good enough. Like, it's just not good enough as an Exorcist movie. And Chris McNeil's inclusion was entirely unnecessary. Like, I'll never get behind that. What they do to her character, it's just unnecessary. But for me, with that movie, I loved having Reagan and Chris on screen together. At the very end. That moment, among everything else, like regardless of everything else that happened in the film, I loved that moment. Sitting in the theater and seeing that, I was like, wow, man, like 50 years later, that's crazy. Because obviously Chris wasn't in The Heretic. So, you know, it was just crazy. Like it was such a cool moment. And so for me, and I said this to Jason Blum and he liked my reply. When they announced that Flanagan was doing it, I responded to the tweet to Jason Blum and I said, whatever you do, find a way to continue Reagan's story in some form or fashion. And he liked the tweet. Now, whatever. But I thought that was cool. That was the first time Jason Blum ever acknowledged me. I've tweeted at him a lot. But for me, I want to see Reagan factor into this somehow. You know, like part of it is like because of what happened with Linda, just like filming that movie, what the experience was like for her, all the shit that she got after the movie came out, like having her kind of own that role again and take the power back is just a narrative that I would really like for her and just for fans of The Exorcist. But I would want it to feel organic. So I wouldn't want it to be about her. I thought her inclusion in Believer was perfect just at the end. Like, I thought that was perfect. What I would want to see in this one, and it's probably not going to happen, and I don't know any leaks about it. I haven't sought any of them out, frankly. But for me, I would just want to see a new story, like a new character, a new family. One, I love the Exorcist TV series. Love the Exorcist TV series. Fantastic. Could not believe how good that was. I binged that like 3 years ago one summer. Oh, loved it. Loved it. I told my mom about how she needs to see it. So new family, new central story, but one, I want the demon to be Pazuzu. I want it to be personal because in Believer it was not Pazuzu. It lied and misled them, but Gina Davis was great in that, yes. But I would want it to be Pazuzu because then you could bring Reagan into the story somehow. So that's what I would do. I would want a fresh family, a fresh set of circumstances. But I think that the ultimate evil has to be Pazuzu. And in doing so, you could bring Reagan in the third act of that movie, and she could play a role in that in some form or fashion. So that's what I would do, broadly speaking. You know, as far as the minutia, I don't really know. I'm going to trust Flanagan here. I mean, like I said, Flanagan has never done me wrong. I love Mike Flanagan as a director and as a writer, frankly. He might be a better writer than he is a director. But that's what I would do. I would have it. It's got to be Pazuzu, right? Like, because who was the demon? I can't even remember the demon's name in Believer. I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, my live chat was frozen. That was awesome. How would I bring the shape back? Total reboot. In the sense of new cast of characters. Haddonfield, Illinois. The only thing that's canon is the original Halloween or, you know, Halloween and Halloween 2. That's what I would do. If you wanted to truly start over, you would have to have, personally, I think you would have to have that knowledge for the characters in this town or whatever, that happened, you know, decades ago or whatever. Or you just reboot it entirely, not a remake, but you reboot it entirely where nothing really happened. We get a quick, you know, he was institutionalized, blah, blah, blah. No Laurie Strode, none of that. Just new set of characters in this town. But yeah, I agree, Ryan. I do not want a Laurie Strode character again. I do not want a remake. But if I had my druthers, we're making a sequel to Halloween 5. We are. And a lot of people, by the way, The Nightingale I haven't seen. Audition, loved it. Inferno, narratively, Inferno was all over the place, which I've been told that's kind of the point with those movies. Like, they're not about the narrative. But visually, that thing was hellish, nightmarish. So, but I haven't seen The Nightingale. And thank you for that, Robbie. I appreciate you, brother. I'm making a sequel to Halloween 5, and I'm not even thinking twice about it. And I'm sick and tired of people telling me that you can't make, we couldn't do it to 5. We would have to do it to 4. 5 would have to be written out of continuity. Why? And if someone says, well, because he had that tattoo on his wrist, and, because the Man in Black showed up. Okay, and the Man in Black really didn't play any kind of role in that movie until the very end when he apparently broke Michael out. But you could literally retcon that and just say that he broke out. You don't even have to answer that. He broke out. He went missing from that night. Jamie, whether she believes he's dead, or whether she believes he's dead or not, like, you could take either route with her. The Sarah Connor approach, where she's like, she believes he's still out there, or she thinks he's dead and she's moved on with her life. Mark, you're absolutely right. But it was nightmarish to look at. So what I'm saying is that I think you need to have again, I would want a sequel to 5. I think you can ignore the Man in Black's inclusion almost entirely because he does not play a role in that movie, aside from just being a side character you see 3 or 4 times. Nobody knows who he is. He doesn't do anything for the plot until the literal very end. We don't have to do all that. But I think to truly get like the full arc of Jamie Lloyd, you have to have 5 in there. You have to, because of all the shit she went through in that movie as well. Like, you couldn't just, I'm sorry. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. Whether you love or hate 5, you can make a sequel to 5, 4 and 5. You can't make a sequel to Curse. You just can't do it. And then if anybody's like, oh, well, how are you going to write Curse out of continuity? But they just did with the David Gordon Green trilogy. They just wrote out Halloween 2. Which is like regarded as the best sequel by most people. They wrote that shit out of continuity. You could write out Curse and just make a sequel to 4 and 5. What are we talking about? And do you think that Danielle wouldn't do it? Danielle would jump at the opportunity. She's been asking for over a decade. What are we talking about? So that's what I would do. I'd make a sequel to 5, personally. But if they're not going to sequelize any previous timeline in this franchise up to this point, you've got to just do something totally new. New characters, all of it. It just, not a remake, a complete fresh start. John, again, $5. Thanks, man. Halloween 2 has to be canon to make the events of 18 enough ends to make any sense. If they aren't family, why Stalker? A dumb choice. Yeah, I couldn't get behind Halloween 2018's take on Laurie. I couldn't get behind the handling of all of that. The town of Haddonfield being so traumatized 40 years later. Somebody actually in my comments a couple days ago commented on one of my old videos on a Halloween 2018 video. And they said, speaking from experience, we had somebody in Portland decades ago kill like 4 or 5 people. And after a few years, nobody even remembered it. So 40 years later, I'm supposed to believe that the entire town of Haddonfield is just traumatized. And Laurie, no less. The dude's been institutionalized for 40 years, hasn't moved. And she's like, I'm ready. It just was too much. If 2 was canon, I get it more. Because in 2, he killed a shitload more people. She found out she was his sister. Like, that would have made more sense. So, hey, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. So, yeah, man. I mean, you guys could get me on a friggin' tangent about Halloween. That is my bread and butter, but that is oh, hey, Evan, nice to see you in here, man. How you doing? But yeah, so like, I don't know. It was too unbelievable for me. It was too over the top. It was too cartoonish. it just wasn't my thing, man. And I get it. I get it. Like there's a lot of fans of 2018 and I'm not there's so much that 2018 does well. I still like 2018. I don't think it's a bad film. But it couldn't hold Halloween 2's jockstrap. What are we talking about here? You know? It's just well, Evan, I hope you feel better. I actually feel kind of crappy a little bit tonight too. I've felt kind of warm. I don't know. I don't know if I'm coming down with something. So, you know, I hope you feel better, man. John, look up the Windsor Locks Christmas Day murders of 2020. I was a first responder to that, and the town had moved on within a few months. Oh, wow. Holy crap, John. You were a first responder to that? Well, first, that's literally crazy. I don't know how people do those kind of jobs. I mean, I appreciate the hell out of people that do. We need people that will do those kinds of jobs. I couldn't see stuff like that. So, you know, thank you for what you do. Oh, wow, John. Holy crap. Damn. That's crazy. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. And I just want to also say that, yeah, that's proven my point. I mean, thank you for bringing that up as difficult as it is, I'm sure, but yeah, they moved on after a couple months, 40 years later, you know, and then it ends. And I know, John, yes, the bathroom scene is incredible in 2018. I will give them that. Yeah, Evan, I saw it. I talked about Scary Movie a little bit earlier. I wasn't a very big fan. I thought it was meh. But yeah. One thing I don't like about Ends is the town all got together in a moment's notice and they all went to the junkyard. I was like, this is fucking stupid. So yeah, wasn't a fan of that. Breathing in Fumes. Does Halloween 3 need a remake? No. But I love Halloween 3. And I just want to say, I am totally cool with like a prequel or being in the same universe. How did Conal Cochran get to be who he was? How did Santa Mira become the, Irish Halloween mask town where everybody's in on it? I would love to see that. And Christian, I don't care what Christian says. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. No, you don't have to touch it. I'm not saying you have to. But if they're going to, yeah, build on the lore of Halloween 3. Scared straight that I would rather not see a sequel. Because that ending is so ambiguous and incredible. Like, leave it as is. But if you want to expand on that world more with like a prequel, I am game, brother. 100%. Yeah, brother. Like, let's do it. God, great questions tonight, guys. Great conversation. Holy crap, man. Oh, what's up, Phil? Phil's in the chat. My buddy Phil. Phil, so many people have asked, oh, dude, what is that song? What is that song in your intro? And I always shout you out. Phil made that. This guy right here. Phil made the song for my intro. And he actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he did the graphics and everything for it as well. You called Jason X? You been here a while? Damn, bro. You just been lurking, Phil. So yeah, Phil's got a degree in music-y stuff. I don't know exactly what your degree is, so I never want to tell people it's something wrong. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. It's music something. I can do a Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. It fucks my voice up. But I can do a Macho Man Randy Savage. And there were people at work a couple years ago that didn't believe me, and I did it. And literally everybody was like, oh, that's pretty good. But I have to get really loud for it. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it here tonight. But audio engineering. Okay. Audio engineering. I'm not doing it, Anthony. I will leave you guys in suspense. I will do it on a stream very soon. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not doing the Macho Man Randy Savage tonight. Would you want to see a new action film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger? Directed by Michael Bay and produced by Bruckheimer? Dude, hell yeah. That's the holy trinity of badass. I don't care what anybody says about Michael Bay. That dude can direct action. Yes, 1000%. No, so I'm going to stream next Wednesday, John. That's when my mom's going to be here. And she's going to be in on the stream. And but I will watch it by then. And I will watch one of the two sequels if I can't get to both. By the way, shout out Phil. Phil's in here. And obviously, Phil's comment is still up there. Phil, I showed As Above, So Below to years ago, and he fell in love with it, dude. It became like an obsession for Phil. By the way, Phil, speaking of obsession, check out the movie Obsession if you haven't yet. It's blowing up at the box office. Like it's just growing every week, basically. It's a huge hit. It's incredible. Yeah, I remember Fade to Black. Blu-ray. Favorite episode of Tales from the Crypt? Dude, that's hard, bro. Man. Let me get back to you on that one, because I don't even know if I'd know the names. I haven't watched that in so long. That's a blast from the freaking past, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Obsession's incredible. It's incredible. Also, guys. No, it's not. It's just a vape. The Grinch 2. Let's go, bro. Jim Carrey. Hell yeah, dude. This is what I've been wanting since I was a kid. Another Grinch. Let's go. This is going to be awesome. I'm not nervous about having my mom on. No. You guys will see some of our dynamic, though. You guys will definitely see some of our dynamic. So, it's going to be fun for you guys. It'll be fun for you guys. My favorite, it's not a horror film, even though it was like a horror show, but it's got to be, I can't remember. Mark would remember the episode name, but it's the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where the dude's like, return the slab. Return the slab. Scared the shit out of me, bro. Scariest episode of Courage. Probably one of the scariest things I ever saw in cartoons in my childhood. I didn't see Disclosure Day yet. I saw some people asking if I saw Disclosure Day. I did not see Disclosure Day yet. Yeah, I didn't get into the hype of Backrooms, man. I'm glad it did well. That's awesome for so many people involved, and I'm glad that a bunch of people seem to like it. I knew nothing about it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out. King Ramses Curse. Okay. I knew you would know the name of the episode. And you've told me that like 15 times over the years, Mark, because I reference it every time somebody asks me what's like the scariest thing that I've seen that isn't a horror movie. And it is literally always that. It's King Ramses Curse, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I had nightmares about that mofo standing outside Courage's house, just moaning, return the slab, bro. Absolutely terrifying. Greatest found footage is Testament. I haven't seen that. I don't think I've even heard of that. Huh. Okay. I do like found footage. You guys know that. I know it's very hit or miss for people. I really like found footage. John, again, man, John, you are killing me tonight. I appreciate you. That episode of Courage is called King Ramses Curse. You're welcome, people. Yes. King Ramses Curse, man. How and why did I pick the Lost River Drive-In for my channel? They should, T. Parker, but you better do it right. You better do it right if you're going to make it live action. It was very simple, man. I was when I rebranded my channel, like right after COVID, it was like 2021, I think. I was like, I want to give it a name that tells people that like I'm a fan of the Halloween franchise. Um, but I didn't want it to be too on the nose. You know what I mean? Like Halloween fan, like, because I also thought that was kind of corny. So I was like, I will do something that Halloween fans will know. They'll get it. I do remember that. I do remember that. Man, Shia LaBeouf. I missed that guy in his golden era for sure. Don't know what got into him, but Shia LaBeouf, blast from the past, man. But I didn't want it to be too on the nose. So I was like, the Lost River Drive-In. I was like, Halloween fans will know what that is. And so they will know when they come across my channel, oh, this guy's a Halloween fan. Because like, your average normie's not going to have any idea what the Lost River Drive-In is. But if you're a Halloween fan, you will know. So that was the impetus for it. And then we have a like an abandoned drive-in, like 20 minutes or so from my house, and you can just walk in there. And it's like the screen is still there and everything, and like the concession stand and everything. So I went in there and just shot some footage. I just shot some footage one day and I was like, oh, I'll splice this together for my intro. And then when I went to California and I saw a lot of the filming locations from Halloween and Halloween 2, I decided to add some of those moments into my intro now. In my intro now, you have me in front of the Myers house. You have the hospital from Halloween Kills. I got that when I was in the Carolinas 2 summers ago. People ask me all the time, what's that building in your intro? That's the hospital from Halloween Kills. Evil dies tonight. I was standing where they were all standing when they were chanting evil dies tonight and like shaking the ambulance. And then me coming out from behind the hedge. And people always ask, like, somebody I saw him say earlier, like, I always thought that you were like pointing to yourself when you came from like around the hedge. No, what you don't see is when I did that step out in my intro from behind the hedge and stood there for like a half a second, I literally went like this. Like I went and started rubbing my nipples because my brother was recording it. But for my intro, I cut it right before that. So you see me like lifting my hands up and it stops. So yeah, those are the locations in my intro now. But I wanted my channel to always be like a den for Halloween fans. I wanted you to know, if you're a Halloween fan, oh shit, this guy likes Halloween. So having my name be the Lost River Drive-In and then putting in footage from the locations when I visited them in my intro, my name in my intro will tell you, if you're a hardcore Halloween fan, okay, this guy's a Halloween fan. So that was the impetus behind all of it. Stefan, $5.99. Every time I see Obsession's box office grow, I'm like Kylo Ren shouting more. Yeah, me too, man. But at the same time, I'm worried about a sequel. I just don't think it needs it, man. We talked about this earlier. I don't think it needs it, man. I don't want to see it. Why did I change the theme just to change it back? Are you talking about like when I would do like the rock theme every now and then? That was me just trying to, I was just trying to mix it up every now and then because nobody, believe it or not, nobody ever really commented on the piano theme in my intro. So I was like, do people like not mess with it? And I also thought sometimes you can get bad advice and from corners of the internet. And I definitely got some bad advice before about like being punchier with your intros. Like, oh, you want it to be punchier and grab people. And like a slow piano theme isn't really grabby. So I would try to mix in some stuff. But you all missed it. Everybody was like, where's the piano theme? And I'm like, oh shit. All right, I need to go back. So, just some bad advice I got over the years. I've gotten plenty of that on YouTube. I was coming clean about the fact that I have bad taste in movies, and I grabbed some of those movies. That's how it started. So, well, Curry. Thank you, by the way, Stefan. Curry has all the opportunities in the world right now. I hope that he takes those opportunities. We don't need sequels. I didn't really watch the X-Files much, but I can tell you what, I fell asleep the other night watching, I can't even remember what streaming service it was. I fell asleep watching a movie and I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning and the X-Files was on. It was on TV. At the foot of my bed, it was the X-Files and I was like, oh shit, I turned the TV off. So, but I never really watched it much. I love the theme though. Love the theme. The theme. I did watch The Twilight Zone. Yes. Not the rebooted one though. I heard that was terrible. Like Jordan Peele's or whatever. Yeah, but I did watch some of the original. What's that, Mike? Yeah, that was another thing in Scary Movie that I felt like they like fumbled so hard. The "was up" scene wasn't even good. I was like, how are you gonna mess up "was up"? They did this whole thing with like some streamer named Kai Cenat or whatever, and I was just like, this is dog shit, bro. Like, there's funny moments, like I said, but it ended up at the end of the day being like below average for me. Like I said, I gave it 2 out of 5. I didn't hate it. I did not like it. And I would say it was a little below average. A One Wish Willow anthology is better than an Obsession sequel. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Take from your lips to God's ears, bro. I totally agree. Paige, what do I think of Cloverfield? I adore Cloverfield. I actually did a found footage video a couple weeks ago, and I had Cloverfield at 2 or 3, didn't I, guys? I had that shit pretty high. And what's funny is, guess who reached out to me? Christian, after I did my found footage video, he texted me and said, bro, Cloverfield is awesome, but it is not top 3. And I was like, for me it is, bro. So shut up. So yeah. Yeah, I had it very, very high. Shannon says I need to give it a watch. I'm not anti it. I'm not anti it. I promise. I'm just very much a curmudgeon. You know, I'm stuck in my ways. I always go back to like my comfort shows. You know what I mean? And it's like I need to. I'm slowly starting to come out of that a little bit. Like I'm watching more movies that people are recommending to me. Final Prayer is the name. Okay. I mean, it's kind of similar. Testament, Final Prayer. Yeah. Thank you again, man. You are too freaking kind tonight. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, Cloverfield rules. I still want a legitimate sequel to Cloverfield. I'm pissed off that we have not gotten a legitimate sequel to Cloverfield. What is the 10 Cloverfield Lane? I think is what it is. Yeah, that movie rules, but it's not really a sequel. Until like the very end, and even though it's like tangentially a sequel, like it's not even like really a sequel. Hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you. What are my thoughts on the? God, I'm gonna butcher it again because I'm not from New York. Poughkeepsie, right? It's Poughkeepsie tapes, right? Who in here is from New York? I said it right. Poughkeepsie tapes, Poughkeepsie tapes, Poughkeepsie tapes. It's Kipsy. Nick, who wins in a no holds barred death match? Michael's GOAT or Jason? Oh man. If it's zombies, H2 Myers, give me Tyler Mane. But I think that's genuinely the only version of Michael that I think you could make an argument. And I'll be real, Jason probably would still win, but like I would bet on Michael. Part of that's just bias. Every other version of Michael, though, I don't think so. I haven't seen Cube yet, guys. I have not seen Cube yet. I know. Oh no, dude. Cloverfield Paradox sucked. Okay, it sucked. It was horrible. I remember watching the Super Bowl, and at halftime, Netflix dropped that trailer, surprise Cloverfield movie after the Super Bowl, and I was like, no shit, let's go. Nope. Terrible. Absolutely god awful. Horrible movie. Yeah, absolutely. Tyler Mane, like I said, if anybody can kick cancer's ass, it's Tyler Mane. It's Tyler Mane. Come on, bro. He beat up Joe Grizzly. All right. He can take on cancer. Love Tyler Mane. Yeah, John, my Instagram is just my handle, the Lost River Drive-In. Same as on YouTube. I need to hold Oh, wow. Holy shit. You're right, Lucas. I didn't say what I thought of the Poughkeepsie tapes. I'm sorry. You guys can't say I don't interact with the chat. I do. That's my problem right now, is that I'm getting a little too into it. I liked it well enough. I gotta be honest though, like a lot of it was kind of boring to me. The third act I liked quite a bit though. It actually was creepy. The sequence of her like with the camera on her as she's bound, and you see dude like walking on his hands behind her, that freaked me out, bro. When I was texting Christian when I watched it, and I was like, bro, what the fuck did I just see? Like, so there's some creep to it. And there's some visceral stuff in there too. But I just found it to be really slow moving, not a lot happening. So at the end of the day, I walked out and it was, it was okay. It was okay. Not at the top of my, found footage list, but definitely not at the bottom. It's somewhere in the middle, but I find that a lot with found footage. So many people hate found footage. I don't even really hate many found footage movies. There's just a lot that are just meh. They're just okay. They're average. And, that one was okay. I have not watched Strange Harvest, but I actually saw a lot of mixed things about Strange Harvest. Oh yeah, Jack. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with certain aspects of Ohio, but there used to be, the Peter Cartridge Powder Factory in Mason, Ohio. It was used during World War I to transport, gunpowder and stuff underground through tunnels and all that for the war. And there was an explosion in the early 1900s, and I think 9 people or so died. And from that point forward, it basically shut down. And it was this gigantic factory 5 minutes away from Kings Island in Mason, Ohio, like just surrounded by woods too. It's crazy. Like it's just down this hill. And the powder factory I've told some stories about it before on Unita. Yes, near Kings Island. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. And it was just dilapidated for almost 100 years. Like seriously, it just sat, and it was widely renowned. I believe it's in the book Strange Ohio or Weird Ohio or something like that. I believe it's in the like top 10 most haunted places in Ohio as well. And we, as teenagers, we would always go there and but nobody would ever like go inside. And when I was dating my ex-wife, like the first few months of us dating, we went in. We just like walked around. I took so many cool pictures. I still have. Oh my God, guys. Holy shit. Hold on. I took so many pictures. I have them on my phone. We took a piece of glass out of one of the panes, and it's right here. I remember she put it on the windowsill years ago. It's still on the windowsill. This is one of the panes. One of the pieces of glass from one of the window panes at the powder factory. Yeah, we explored the shit out of it. We went to the roof. We found paint cans up on the roof, and we painted our initials on the roof. Yeah, super very well-known place here in Ohio, like to be haunted. And it's actually funny. There used to be cult activity there, like satanic cults and shit. And if you guys think I'm not telling the truth, Google it. Just Google it. One summer there used to be over by Kings Island. I've told this story on Unita, but there used to be a Taco Bell like right by Kings Island, and my older brother Matt and his friends would go there, and they'd throw football in the parking lot at like midnight in the summer. And I would go there sometimes too. And yes, I did like The Last Exorcism. We did, we would throw football in the parking lot till like 2 or 3 a.m. We'd get Taco Bell. And one time, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar. I know I saw one person in here that is familiar with the Powder Factory, that's been to Kings Island. But if you remember the route that you have to go on to get to Kings Island from the Powder Factory, it's like you go down a hill. It's all surrounded by woods. It's literally in a valley. Just the powder factory is. And then you have to like to go up to get to Kings Island, you have to go up another hill and it's like a windy road. It's literally just this giant ass haunted abandoned factory in the middle of like dense forest. And then when you come out of it, Kings Island's a couple minutes away. But you would have to walk, you would have to drive back that way in the middle of the night every time we would go back from Taco Bell. And yes, you're right, back roads, 100%. And one time when we were coming across, it was like 3 o'clock in the, might have been 2 o'clock, something like that. It was late as shit in the middle of the night. And you got to a like a bike path or the bike trail, and right by the entrance to the powder factory. And when we were driving, we came around the curve and there was a bunch of people in like black robes walking toward the powder factory. Dude, I literally almost crapped my pants. I'm not even kidding you. My brother freaked out. Like they were just walking across the bike trail toward the powder factory, like just right in front of the car. We came around the corner, bunch of people, black robes, hoods up, walking toward the powder factory. Scared the ever loving shit out of me, bro. Like, bro, it was terrifying. Yeah, terrifying. And again, a lot of cult activity took place there. A lot, because it was notoriously haunted. And actually, over the last few years, they repurposed it. They turned it into like these like gentrified modern apartments. It's like an apartment building now. And I would never, ever rent out one of those apartments. Google it. If you guys want to know more about the powder factory, Google it. They've turned it into like an apartment building now. No, never, bro. Never. But yeah, when we saw those people walking across the street, that's probably still like probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, like in real life. There is, I've had like 2 or 3 ghost experiences, or what I believe to be like paranormal, because I can't prove it, obviously, that scared the crap out of me. But that one is up there. Can you name a chick hotter than Linnea Quigley in horror? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can. Her name's Scout Taylor Compton. That is like, and she is only aged like a fine wine. I love Scout so much. Have you heard of Yuba County 5? I have not. Is that a movie? Would I stay the night in the Amityville house? Yes. And this is coming from somebody that does believe in like ghosts and stuff. But yeah, I would. By myself? No. I would want friends with me. We're actually planning something with my crew at work. A couple of people there. We talked about it last year. We think we're going to do it this year. You can pay a couple $100 for a group of 10 people and have Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky. You can have it to yourself for an entire night. It's one of the most haunted places in America, apparently. It's regarded as one of the most haunted places in America. And so we think we're going to do it because, you get 10 people together and you split that a couple different ways. You're talking, $40, $50 a person. And you get free reign. There is no tour guide. You basically just get it, all night. You and your crew, free reign. From it used to be a mental institution, like a sanitarium. And it's been, obviously, they do tours there now. I think there's a museum in there. It's, somewhere. I want to say it was the tuberculosis situation decades and decades ago that caused it to shut down because so many people died during the TB like outbreaks and whatnot. Yes, they let you film. You can bring your own equipment. You can also rent equipment. They have equipment that you can rent if you're like ghost hunters, which you don't even necessarily have to be. You can just say we want to rent it because we want to do like ghost hunting. But we think we're going to do it this summer or this fall. And they even said, that like, what is it? That like they don't have the heat on in the fall and in the winter. So, you know, like you need to dress appropriately because you're going to be there all night. It's just you and your crew. And that was the coolest thing about it. Nobody else there. Nobody. Somebody lets you in to the property. There's like I think they have security guards outside or whatnot. You know, they have like to make sure nobody comes in or whatever. But like you're in this giant ass abandoned, apparently haunted sanitarium by yourselves. That's insane. So I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. John, I got to work as Jason Voorhees for Ari Lehman at a convention. I sent you a photo. Oh, hell yeah. All right. All right. Once I get done streaming, I'll grab my phone. It's over on the other side of the room. I appreciate you, John. You were just there? Waverly Hills? No way. Small world. Like I would yeah, Adrienne Barbeau in her prime, bro. Buddy. I don't think there's any like haunted places that I wouldn't go to or like supposedly haunted places. I just wouldn't want to go by myself. Now, there is one thing I won't do, no matter how many times people ask me to do it, no matter how unrealistic of a fear it might be. I will not play with a Ouija board. I will not do it. Just being raised the way I was, seeing it enough in movies as well, I won't do it. I will not touch a Ouija board. I understand if people do it, and I understand if people are like, bro, you're worried about nothing, nothing's going to happen. That's totally fine. I'm not willing to tempt fate. That's just my opinion. Like, that's just my stance on it. If other people have, I'm sure many people have, and there's absolutely, and nothing happened to them. But I'm not taking that risk because knowing my luck, something would happen. Lucas, you have to Google Yuba County 5. Okay, I will. By the next time we stream on Wednesday night, I will give you my thoughts. Promise. And thank you for that super chat. I very, very much appreciate you. But yeah, dude, I just some of these answers. I said earlier, I always overshare. I've got a lot of lore. Like, but there are things that I will not do. And yeah, Ouija board is one of them. I'm not touching it. So, again, I'm sure there's people right now in the chat that are like, I've played with a Ouija board so many times. Like, whatever. Okay, well, I know my luck and I would do it. And next thing I know, Pazuzu would be, appearing in front of me like fucking Voldemort. Like, bah. You guys know what I'm talking about. You seen that moment in Harry Potter? Bah. Like, it'd be some shit like that. Nope. I'm good. No Ouija boards. All right, y'all. We've gone 2.5 hours. It's 11 o'clock. I got to watch Bride of Reanimator or I'm not going to get to it tonight because I got to work tomorrow. So I'm going to cut it. Y'all, this was awesome. I don't think we dipped below 120 people like at all tonight. That's incredible. Like, you guys are killer. The chat was on fire. To everybody that asked me questions, to everybody that chimed in, to everybody that shared stories, gave me suggestions. Thank you so much. Like, honestly, the conversation is what gets me going here. I really, really, really appreciate this. To everybody that super chatted, that is so kind of you. You were so generous. You guys didn't have to do that. And I appreciate that. You guys are the freaking bomb.com. I don't know what else to say to all of you. I love this community. Big K comes in right at the end here too with a super chat. Evil Dead Burn takes place before the OG. Think it could be interesting, but I don't know if they can accurately Evil Dead Wrath. But I know what you meant. Yeah, we're going to see if there's any connection there or not. But yeah, you came in right at the 11th hour with that super chat because I was wrapping up. But it's nice to see you, Big K. I was wondering where you were at. So thanks for popping in, man. Tonight's stream was, and thank you for the super chat. Tonight's stream was really weird, man. I talked about, my my stomach. We talked about movies. We talked about more Nick lore. This was very, very interesting. We were all over the place. But again, if you're new to my channel, these are my streams. These are my streams. They are all over the place. It started with, one thing, and it ends on the other freaking side of the world by the time we're done. And I really appreciate that if I was able to brighten your guys' day at all, if you learned some things about me that you didn't know, if you heard some cool stories, if you just enjoyed the conversation, whatever it may be, man, I really, really appreciate all of you guys joining me tonight. So I'm going to watch Bride of Reanimator for the very first time in my life. I will see you guys next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My mother will be sitting right next to me. So buckle up because it's going to be a wild one. You guys have wanted this. Y'all better show up for it. If we dip below 100 people at any point during the stream with my mom next week, I'm done with YouTube forever. Y'all wanted it. You got it. So be here for it. Clear your calendars. Mama Drive-In, 8 p.m. Wednesday. Also, Saturday night around 8:30 Eastern, 8:45, Christian and I will both be on Facci Cinema. We're going to be talking Battle of the Part 6s. Jason Lives versus Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers versus Freddy's Dead. I can just tell you right now, Freddy's Dead is not going to win. But thank you guys so much. Seriously. We love y'all. We love y'all. I love y'all. I don't have multiple personalities. I swear I don't. But love you guys. Thank you so, so much. Have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic friggin' weekend. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. If the weather sucks, then enjoy some horror movies inside. But whatever you do, wave that freak flag high. Scream it loud and proud from the rooftops how much of a nerd you are, how happy you are to be a nerd. Never stop being yourself, because I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.